Dear students, now we have come to the revision job of the things that we have studied. And now, keeping in mind the exams that are knocking at the door, your revision of the things should be careful and quick. Now, the thing is that uh, you should look at the stories and poems from various viewpoints. Look at them again and from various viewpoints. Certain viewpoints are given in your textbook, and if you think of some more viewpoints, apply those also. So, here I will be talking about certain things from flamingo and vistas. Let us begin with flamingo, and today on the last lesson. So, in the last lesson, we find that many had gathered in the classroom to show their respect unto M. Hamel. Now, what was the reason? Or if M. Hamel would have gone in a natural way, having been retired, would they have gathered that way? Maybe they would have gathered. They had gathered because their teacher was going. And they were also weeping. Would it have been the same way? Now, this can be a question. This can be a question that, or they may ask you, how if Alsace would not have fallen under the grip of Prussians, and if he would have been retiring in his natural way and going back to his home place, would there have been such a gathering, and would there have been the similar things that happened there? Might be there would have been some gathering, but it would not have been the similar thing that had happened there. There would have been a farewell party. They would have gathered with happiness and tears both. She would have been a successful person by completing his entire tenure there, and would have been receiving the thanks, the gifts, and the tears of separation. But since Alsace had fallen under the grip of Prussians, the occasion of festivity was robbed. You don't find M. Hamel receiving gifts from his students. There is nothing like a farewell party. It was totally an air of disappointment and sorrow. And he was not going, having completed his tenure, he was not being retired, he was being removed from the place because Alsace had fallen under the grip of the Prussians. So, that's why he had brought Alsace, France, he had brought copies on which it was written Alsace, France, Alsace, France. He won't have done that if that would not have happened. If Alsace should have been a part of France still, and he would have been retiring, at that time he won't have done these things. They won't have been so cautious about the need for mother tongue. He won't have said what he said, that if uh, a people are enslaved, the mother tongue, as they hold fast to their mother tongue, it was like a key to their prison. He won't have said this because it would have been out of question. It would have been having no congruity there. So, dear students, the things would have been different, but of course, there would have been a gathering. Many would have come to see their teacher off. So, these are the things that you should keep in mind, that if the question is like this, what would have happened if you'd have retired in the normal way, and also should not have fallen into the hands of Prussians? What would have been? Then it would have been a farewell party rather than what happened that day as the last lesson of M. Hummel at that school. So, similarly, several other questions may come to your mind, and you try to find out the answers. If you give time, you can find. Otherwise, you can, in the school's group, you can, uh, I mean, you can raise your questions. All right. Thank you, guys.